Molly jolted awake in the middle of the night. She had been having a bad dream, that was all. The same one she'd been having since she arrived at the house. Her mother and father holding her, letting her down into the churning water slowly, Molly screaming for them as they disappear into the darkness. Molly sat up, letting her eyes adjust to the moonlight. Kip tossed beside her, caught, it seemed, in a bad dream of his own. Molly thought about waking him, but she knew bad rest was better than no rest at all.
Brave now, love.
Molly heard a creaking sound and saw that her bedroom door had somehow come open during the night. She got up and gently shut the door, leaning against it. She tucked back her hair and felt something dry. It was a leaf. Molly was about to return to bed until she felt something cold and wet at her feet. Mud, she thought. At that very moment, she heard loud footsteps above her. She wanted to investigate. She went upstairs and found the front door to be wide open. Dry leaves danced all around her. More swirled across the floorboard. She saw wet footprints glistening in the moonlight.
Hello?
Molly left the door as it was. She wondered if her brother's story was true about seeing the man in the fog. Molly wondered if her lamp would draw attention. She set it on the sideboard and picked up the heaviest candlestick she could find just to be safe. She crept up the staircase, weapon clenched in both hands. She reached the top of the stairs and heard a faint creaking sound. Somewhere in the back of the house, she heard voices. She rounded the upstairs hall to find all bedroom doors open, and from every room she could hear a family members tossing and moaning in their sleep. Mistress Windsor's bedroom was at the end of the hall. She heard a woman murmuring, caught in her own nightmare. She heard footsteps. She saw a tall shadow move inside, a shadow the size of a man.
Master Windsor, is that you?
The footsteps stopped. The wind stopped. Her heart stopped. She heard a loud slam behind her, and the next moment everything was still and dark. She climbed to her feet, trembling with fright. The bedrooms were silent. By the time she reached the bottom of the stairs, it had almost seemed she had dreamed the whole thing. Molly stared at the silent house, which only moments before had been filled with these leaves. It wasn't a dream. Kip, Penny, they had both been telling the truth. The Nightman was real.
Will Kip and Molly meet the night gardener? Will Molly ever discover what is behind the locked green door? Will Molly and Kip ever receive a note or hear from their parents again? Find out next time on the Night Gardener Radio Show.